Good morning, Tuesday morning, heading now to Sarona to meet an old friend, Gilly Lichtman, who I've known, 5 years. She's been working at a really hot company in the travel space, and just kind of catching up, hearing what's up with her. After that, I'm meeting a woman from LA, whose daughter is volunteering here in Israel, and who I met in the most random way. It's a cool story. Following that, heading to one of Israel's hottest companies in the HR space to meet the CEO, that's Hi Bob. The rest of the day is just literally back-to-back. I think I haven't had a day this jam-packed with meetings in a very, very long time. It's back-to-back from around 9 a.m. till around 6 p.m. And then I'm heading to the folks' house to celebrate my dad's birthday. So it's going to be a pretty insane day, but a very exciting one. Here we go. Lucky with parking here. A pickup truck was parked here a second ago and just pulled out as I was looking for parking. I have meetings all around the city. I'm leaving my car here all day. I'm just going to cab around because you do not get parking like this in Tel Aviv. And now heading to Sarona to meet with Gilly Lichtman, whose father, by the way, is Moshe Lichtman, pretty much the founder of Microsoft Israel. Very, very senior at Microsoft. Amazing, amazing investor. And Gilly's just awesome. Check out this ad over here, Viva Tech. You met Viva Tech in Paris, worked with them for a couple of years, and they were advertising in Tel Aviv, which is pretty cool. Anyway, that parking job right there, epic. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Tel Aviv. Have I mentioned how much I love Sarona? It is so beautiful here. Okay, finishing up a early morning coffee meeting with someone who you can close your ears because you get I know you're a very humble person, so you'll forgive me for embarrassing you, but I like, and I've said this on the vlog many times, I like people who are successful and humble, which is generally something you wouldn't expect. Like, you expect there to be an inverse correlation. Someone successful, they have ego, but I find that the greater the person, the more humble they are. It's an interesting observation. Okay, let's start from the beginning real quick. Who are you?
My name is Gilly, living in Tel Aviv, originally from the States.
Where are you from in the States? Remind me.
Grew up in the Seattle area mostly.
That makes sense. We'll get there. How long do we know each other?
I think it's been probably around 4 or 5 years now.
It's true. So did we originally connect at Fairfly, or was it before? How long were you at Fairfly? For
5 years. I think it was originally there, possibly through the Zell network.
That makes sense. What was your title there?
Started as CMO, as one of the founders of the company, and my last role was VP of Partnerships.
Love it. Fairfly's a cool company in the travel space. Big fan. You did amazing work there. But we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about you. Okay, so one thing I will get out of the way is just because I have a man crush on him is, by the way, this is important to mention. This is a perfect example of greatness without ego. And my favorite thing about your dad is that he uses Hotmail. I love that. So, Moshe Lichtman, Gilly's dad, is, I don't think there's any investor in this country at that caliber. I mean, whatever. He's just, I think he was a founder of Microsoft Israel. He started Microsoft Israel R&D, right? Is that true? He's a growth investor now, just an amazing dude, answers emails in 30 seconds, which I love about him. And he's a Hotmail account, which I also love about him. But anyway, moving along. You've been traveling the world. I've been following on Instagram and all your stuff. It looked awesome. And, I mean, I'd love to, give me, we talked about a lot of things that I didn't, after 5 years of knowing each other, I didn't know. Like, for example, as I was saying, you're a very humble person, and I would think that a person with your humility would be a little bit, I'm not gonna say uncomfortable, but not natural on stage. Turns out you have a secret. You want to talk about it, or you don't want to talk about it?
I was thrown on stages from a young age. I was a pretty hyperactive kid.
Really?
And that was my creative outlet, a way to get out all the creative energy. So it started off as a mini singing career, which ended in singing opera and musical theater.
But at high levels, not just amateur stuff. You performed in front of thousands of people.
Yes. So those were some of my favorite moments as an adrenaline junkie.
It's incredible. So, we talked about something that I think is just a natural, and I don't know if you've thought about this before, and if not, I totally am going to take credit for it, but like, now that, I know how talented you are, I know what you've done, I know your experience, I did not know that you're comfortable on stage, and I think that that's a combination that's pretty rare, especially in Israel, and so I think there are many opportunities out there, people looking for people to talk about B2B marketing, go-to-market, building, penetrating other markets, and you should be doing that, a lot of it. So if you're looking for, by the way, the lighting is really weird here.
Really, really bright.
But honestly, no jokes. Jokes aside, your next move is yet to be determined. More on that soon, but there are many, many people looking for opportunities. And I apologize for saying what I'm about to say, but I hope you'll take it in a good, especially female speakers. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, sure.
No, you know what I mean.
I happen to be a female.
No, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. I feel like there's a lack of women who can come and own a stage, and so I think that's the fact that you have the stage presence and the knowledge and the skills and the experience and the willingness to get up and speak about these topics is pretty unique. So if someone's watching and they want to ask you to come speak, I apologize about the sun. If someone's watching this and they want to ask you to come speak at their conference, what's the best way to contact you?
Anyway, through Facebook, email.
What's your email?
It's my first name, gili.lichen@gmail.com.
All right, Joseph, put her email address right there. Guys, if you're doing a conference and you want to bring in a top panelist / speaker / keynote, whatever it is, hit up Gili. I think it's an unbelievable thing, and I'm actually surprised I didn't know that, but I love it. Pleasant surprise. In any case, let's meet again and not wait. Like, I don't know the last time we met was. It must have been like over a year ago. So let's not wait another year, and I'm excited to see what comes next. I'm sure it's going to be awesome, and anything I can do to help you, let me know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So over the years, I think I've had some pretty extraordinary meetings, and I've had some extraordinary circumstances that led to meetings. But this 100% takes the cake. Is that an expression, takes the cake?
Yeah.
Okay, this takes the cake. How did we meet?
Do you want me to say?
I do.
So my mom had just surprised me on her first
Wait.
Israel.
Skip that part, because we want to get back to that.
We're
sitting in a cafe.
My mom and I are in a cafe. I'm in uniform. She's already eating her breakfast. And
sit down for this, folks.
And I keep hearing this guy behind me that's talking a little loudly. And the restaurant is otherwise empty. So after a few minutes, I just kind of turn around and say, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I really feel bad asking, but do you mind just keeping it down a little bit?"
So awesome, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, because when I talk about tech, I get a little passionate, and so I was doing my thing, and I was being loud, like objectively, I was being loud, talking about tech.
And there I am in my uniform, American accent, asking this adult, responsible person to be quiet.
Hysterical. So okay, fine. So first of all, I was meeting with Payoneer from Daphne from Payoneer, and I was doing my thing very excitedly, which is what I do when I talk about tech. And so I was being loud, and you're like, "Do you mind keeping it down?" You asked in a super nice way. You weren't not in an obnoxious way. And I was like, "I'm so sorry." Fine. And then I kind of finished that meeting, and then I was walking out, and then what happened?
And my mom stopped him and said, "Hi, I just wanted to let you know. I hope you weren't offended. We love how passionate you are about what you do, and how excited you are to talk about your job and everything." And they just started talking and introduced ourselves, blah blah blah.
And then we ended up having like 85 different connections because you guys are from LA and
yeah.
From
the next night we met at a wedding again. His neighbor was marrying my neighbor.
And the famous mom. Basically, literally, we met in a cafe because I was being obnoxiously loud. We met again the next night at a random.
Also, Rachel is the person who turns around and goes, "Can you be quiet, please?"
Yeah. By the way, okay. And then the next time we meet at a wedding, totally randomly. Bottom line is like this. After those meetings, I then start seeing your faces in my Facebook feed. Why? Because Rachel is a lone soldier, came here and volunteered for the IDF. Rachel's mom said, "I want to surprise my daughter," and literally showed up in the middle of a team
super important team meeting.
I don't know who's saying that. Someone's waving at me. I don't know who that is. Ron? Hi, it's fine. I'm having lunch with him in 2 hours. And then
showed up in the middle of the meeting where I was getting an award. Turns out the award was planned to be given to me the day my mom was surprising me. I had no idea.
It's freaking awesome. And so you surprised. I'm telling you, I watched that video, irrelevant of the fact that I met you the day before, and I like tears in my eyes. It's a beautiful thing. So okay, now let's take a step back. Where are you guys from?
LA.
Okay, and what's your it's funny, when you walked into this meeting, I was like, oh my God, you're a viral phenomenon, and I was referring to that specific video. Turns out you actually are a viral phenomenon. Give me a little more information on that.
When I was in college, I made a video called Harry Potter and the Threats to Israel. I made it for a class project. Haven't even told you about this yet. That went viral on YouTube.
Before she turned it in for her class.
Yeah,
how viral are we talking?
I don't know, 70,000 views on YouTube. Wow. Got picked up by a lot of different articles and reposted by a bunch of other pages. Then a few months later, I made a video called Superman's Got Nothing on Israel, posted it for a competition.
Wait.
How many views did that get?
No, she won the grand prize in an international video contest.
I love her. I love your not.
She's so modest, but here's the thing. Major production companies and organizations submitted videos. She made it on her own laptop, like in her bedroom, and she won the grand prize.
Amazing. How many views did the Superman video get? Do you remember by heart?
On YouTube, I don't know, I'm somewhere close to 70,000, 80,000, but it was
I know that I watched
it.
But like, and stand with us. It was
Yeah,
over
I mean,
150,000. Like every outlet had thousands and thousands and thousands.
Unbelievable. You did it by yourself, like literally on your
Yeah,
computer.
my idea, it actually came to me when I was taking a nap. I dreamed the song, and then
Really?
I thought of the whole concept.
Incredible.
And I made it all myself. I found the footage on the website that I now put up the footage on the IDF website.
Unbelievable. So now you work in the IDF with the spokesman's office, making
Videos for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, for social media of the Army. I film, like yesterday went up a Super Bowl Sunday video, what do IDF soldiers know about the Army? And
What equipment do you use? Just curious.
well, the Army camera is a Nikon, a couple different kinds of Nikons, and I use Premiere and sometimes After Effects.
Okay, so now enough about you, okay? Nothing about you. What do you do?
Well, I'm a life coach. I'm known in the United States for working in the entertainment industry, and I have just a real passion for moving people's lives forward, making people like
Impact.
Being really excited about your life. And you know, I also am a huge advocate for Israel, and Rachel's been an incredible inspiration, and I'm hoping that work can translate into, you know, people in Israel thriving, companies in Israel thriving, people investing in Israel.
I just want to say one thing. Pardon me for interrupting you.
Please.
I freaking love the serendipity of this encounter. like on so many different levels, and like from my perspective, you know, and I've talked about this many times, like you never know. You just never. Like I've had so many times where, like, I don't know, some random person reached out, even Joseph, my editor. Like, you know, in theory, there was no reason we should have even met. You know, so many times, like some random thing led to a meeting, and from my perspective, I met two incredibly fascinating human beings this morning. I love that we met, and I love that you asked me to shut up in that cafe. Amazing. But listen, bottom line is like this: you're in the Army, you're figuring out what's next. You know, we talked about several things that I'm going to help hopefully with. Low-hanging fruit,
and we're also going to help with you. You know.
Let me focus on the helping first, and then we'll talk about it in the future. No, but really, it's no joke. Like, you know, on a personal level, on a professional level, I'm 100% always happy to get a cup of coffee here in Tel Aviv. But you know, let's definitely stay in touch. And I think you have, like, to say that I think you have a bright future is a super duper understatement, because you bring you really do bring incredible both skills and like the fact that you initiated those things. You did those videos by yourself. I love it, and clearly it comes from this one over here. So amazing. Just keep rocking, keep shining, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to helping in any way I can.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
and
you. So fun meeting
thank you for telling me to shut up. That's all. Thanks. That was one incredible meeting, and now I'm going to Hi Bob, I would say, one of the most hyped company in the HR tech space. I know that I've had 4 or 5 companies pitch me over the past 2 weeks about HR, and when they talk about market leaders, Hi Bob is always mentioned. I've been following the company for a while, met with them a couple of times, getting to meet the CEO today and talk to him about his vision. Pretty excited about that.